What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, yo? Yes, sir. It's your boy Roy back again with another episode of the Preaching to the Birds podcast. We like to just bring you the latest breaking Eagles news that comes to us. At least that's what I used to like to say. Now, realistically speaking, if you know me personally, you know that I don't really podcast anymore. Like that. But realistically speaking, though, me and Howie Roseman have very like-minded minds, and I've realized that the Eagles just do better when I'm podcasting. So with that being said, I'm going to give y'all a draft special. I'm going to give Howie Roseman a draft special. And I'm going to just keep it 100 because normally me and Howie Roseman like to think alike. The year that, Howie Roseman took Jordan Davis, who was my top player on the list for us to draft Jordan Davis. The year we took Quinyon Mitchell, who was my top player on the list, Quinyon Mitchell. And guess who was right below him? Cooper DeJean, who we also got in that year's draft. And with that being said, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm trying to give us some good luck. So with that being said, I'm going to go over my draft plan. Hopefully it is similar to what Howie Roseman's draft plan is. Because if it is, then we're going right back to the bowl. I said what I said. We're going right back to the bowl. If he has the same draft plan that I have, my draft plan is that we have to draft O-linemen first. I'll say it again. We have to draft O-linemen first. And then we got to draft safeties and, all the other positions later. So with that being said, we're going to go over my top 5 players that I want us to draft, in this first round of the 2026 NFL draft. Then we're going to go over my draft plan and how I would go about it. But with that being said, let's start with the first player in the draft that I would draft, right? Now, the first player that I would draft is Monroe Freeling, right? Monroe Freeling. I think Monroe Freeling is a dog. A dog. Him and Lane Johnson would be like cousins. Monroe Freeling is about 6'7", runs about 5 flat. He runs like a gazelle. Like the animals that be escaping lions and shit. Yeah, like those. He is so nimble on his feet. I think if Lane Johnson can get him Monroe Freeling under his wing, oh yeah, we gonna be winning. We gonna be running some fucking things, boy. Running some fucking things, boy. I don't care that he only has 1 year of starting experience. I don't care. The boy runs a 5 flat at 6'7", got good hands, got good feet, and run like a gazelle. I don't care. Come over here, come to the Birds. Lane Johnson will make something out of you, baby. Now, my next player on the list is Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor, baby. Caden Proctor is a man amongst boys. Caden Proctor ain't even 21 years old yet. Got 40 starts in the SEC. 40 starts in the SEC. Caden Proctor is 6'6", 6'7", something like that. 350, run a 5.2. Running like a goddamn freight train. Runaway, okay? He running like a runaway freight train. This brother right here, if he can get an eagle green and start running into people, boy, I'ma dance for joy, boy. I'm be kicking. Yo. That's what I'm gonna be doing all day. I'm gonna be humping the world. Be humping air like my dog. Hello, baby. Cause we gonna be the Philly Toes again if we do that. Hello, baby. Come on now. So I would love Caden Proctor to be on the team. That's my number 2 player. I think, obviously we can get Caden Proctor under the wings of a Lane Johnson, of a Jordan Mailata. We're going to be winning, right? Winning. But the next player on my list is a guard. He's not a tackle replacement, but he's the best guard on the list, baby. He's from Penn State. I don't even know his name. Olivia I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Obviously, I was just trying to make a joke. But realistically speaking, this is the best pure offensive lineman in the draft. I would love if the Eagles draft him. I don't think he's going to be there at 23. I think we might have to move up to get him. Matter of fact, I think we have to move up to get all the players I mentioned earlier in the list. But I would love Olivia or whatever, Owenga. I don't know how to say his name. But he's a plug-and-play guard. We're going to have him there for 10 years. He's going to go to 5 Pro Bowls. I ain't going to be mad if he just falls into our lap and shit. You know how we Roseman like to have players fall into his lap. Quinyon, Jordan Davis, come on now. Cam Jerk. We just take all the presents we can be giving Jahad Campbell. Hello, come on now. But let's continue on with the list. Next player on the list is Dylan Thieneman. Dylan Thieneman, the very, very incredible, and I do mean incredible safety standout out of Oregon. Now, Dylan Thieneman is incredible, but I want to rehash the players on the list first before we talk about Dylan Thieneman. So the first player on the list earlier was Monroe Freeling. I really, really like Monroe Freeling out of Georgia. Very young, very talented tackle. Number 2, Caden Proctor. He isn't that far off Monroe Freeling on the list. I would be really cool if Monroe Freeling or Caden Proctor came to the team, because they're both really talented players, both really tall, both really high ceilings when it comes to playing tackles. I think these are the 2 best tackles for the Eagles. Like, obviously, if Francis Moe is in the list, but I don't think he's gonna be there. Caleb Lomu, I don't think they're gonna be there. So that's cool. But those are the first 2 players on the list. The third player on the list is Olivia Avani, the dude from Penn State. That man is a monster, brother, a monster. I would love to have him, but those are the 3 offensive linemen that I would love to have on the list. And we're going to go over Dylan Thieneman. Those are the offensive players. This is the defensive players that we're going to start going over. So, Dylan Thieneman, outstanding safety prospect, about 6 foot. Runs about a 4.37. I mean, realistically, he can play back end of the safety. He can play up in the box. He can play anywhere you really want him to play. I think him being paired with McCool would be a great combo. And then we can get the exciting Wakes back together again. Just saying. It could be a new exciting Wakes, except a faster version. Sorry, Blankenship, I had to throw a little dig there. But, it is what it is, bro. I'm just trying to, have our safety room be the most talented room in the league. And realistically speaking, I think if Dylan Thieneman is there, we're really, really close to having it be one of the most talented cornerback safety rooms, DB rooms in the league, bro. Period. Point blank. Period, bro. And then with the last person on the list, it would have to be Emmanuel McNeil Warren. And Emmanuel McNeil Warren is from Toledo. Obviously, if we can get another member of the Toledo Bombshells on the team, we can pair him with Quinyon Mitchell, and I think it would make a great combination. Now, realistically speaking, I have Emmanuel McNeil Warren a little bit lower on the list than Dylan T, but the reason speaking isn't really that big of a deal. It's a 4.5 40 instead of a 4.3 40. Who gives a shit? The nigga, the Emmanuel McNeil, that nigga is 6'2". Dylan Thieneman is 6 foot. Sometimes, a little bit of speed is gonna be sacrificed. It's going to be a little bit of speed. Going to be sacrificed to the speed gods. When you get a little bit extra height, it's just going to happen, okay? Everybody can't be Usain Bolt in the world. Tall and fast. Everyone can't be tall and fast, okay? It's just not built. The world ain't built like that, okay? So with that being said, I would really love Emmanuel McNeil Warren as well on the team. I think he would be, really, really good in the back end paired with Quinyon Mitchell. Once again, it would be a great combination. Other notable players that I thought, should be mentioned is a Keldrick Falk or a Messidor. But I really don't think you should go DN in the first round of the draft. I think you should go offensive lineman or safety first round, because these are the most talented players, period, in that position. I think, just bang for your buck, you know what I'm saying? So my plan for the draft, though, in entirety is go O-lineman first. Go O-line first. Be responsible, Howie. Be responsible. Get O-line first. Then in the middle rounds, get in the second round, you got to get a DN. Got to go for a Danny Dennis Eds from Penn State. Danny Dennis Sutton, whatever. Or a Gabe Jackets in the second round. Something like that. Malachi Lawrence, one of those players. Then in the third round, maybe go get your tight end, a Max Clare. Maybe like a Max Player or something like that. Maybe a Michael Trigg, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Fourth round, got to go get the safety. A Jalen Kilgore, Saki Wheatley, VJ Payne, something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to swing back to tight ends against Sam Rush, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Howie, just make it happen. We got to have the right plan, Howie. And all these players I'm mentioning need to be on your motherfucking list, brother. I don't care. Then we got to make sure we got the safeties and the linemen all ready and settled down. But yeah, with that being said, that's really it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get the old linemen first and then go get the rest of the players later, because I think safety and tight end is going to be deep this year. Now, with that being said, man, I hope you're having a great day, everybody. if you like what I had to say, remember to go like and subscribe. Go like and subscribe, baby. I don't even do this shit much, but you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure this plan's going to be kind of like what Howies is. Thank you. Thank you. Now, with that being said, go Birds, baby. Yes, sir.